guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay guys, so on this week's episode of Bible Time with Allicia Time, we are going to be continuing the story of Moses, and we are going to be seeing how he confronts Pharaoh to letting the Israelites go so he can lead them to the promised land. So if you haven't seen last week's episode, I highly recommend you go watch that before watching this week's episode to better understand the rest of the story. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so if you remember from last week's episode, Moses went to the burning bush, which was God talking to him, telling him to go and confront Pharaoh and tell him to let his people go. So, now we're here. So this is 1445 BC. You're going back to Egypt? But what about all those who seek to kill you? It has been 40 years. All who know anything of my past are dead. No one will recognize me. How long will you be gone? Until Pharaoh lets God's people go. Call all the elders together. The time of deliverance has come. Who are they? What is Aaron the Levite? That's Aaron the Levite. The other one looks like us, but he is no slave. So if you remember, Aaron is Moses' brother. So Moses was born during the great slaughter when Pharaoh killed the male babies. His mother hid him by the providence of God. Pharaoh's daughter found Moses, and he was raised as an Egyptian. 40 years ago, Moses decided he would rather suffer with his own people than reign as an Egyptian. He sought to deliver us by his own strength and failed. For the past 40 years, he has been living in the desert. Now God has sent him to deliver us from Pharaoh. Moses will show you the signs that he will use to convince Pharaoh to let us go. Come near, all you elders of Israel. There we go. The God of Abraham spoke to me from a burning bush and sent me to lead you back to the land of your fathers. Here is a sign. So he put the snake down, and it turns in. He puts his staff down and it turns into a snake. Yikes! His rod turned into a serpent. Don't be afraid. Watch this. Then it turns back into a rod. God has sent a deliverer. It's a miracle. Yes, that will show Pharaoh. Now we go to Pharaoh. Hasn't changed since I left here 40 years ago. Remember to say just what I told you. So they go to Pharaoh. The God of Israel has spoken to Moses. God says you are to let the people go 3 days, journey into the wilderness to worship and to offer sacrifices. Ha! The God of Israel. Who is your God that I should obey him? I have heard how you are stirring up people, causing them to stop working. And now they want to take a 3-day trip to worship their God. They need more work to do. From now on, they will have to provide their own straw for making bricks. Get out of my sight and go back where you came from. Can you believe this boldness? Fools, they march in here like they were the voice of God. All you've accomplished was to double our workload? Some kind of deliverance, and you think God sent you? Who does he think he is? Some kind of fanatic? I can't believe we fell for his tricks. So, obviously, then they have more work to do. So, you don't have enough to do. You want to go worship your God. We'll teach you not to be idle. Lord, since I have come speaking in your name, things have gotten worse, much worse. Why did you send me here? I am the God of your fathers, and I have seen the suffering, have heard the cries of my people Israel. It is time to fulfill my promise to Abraham and to deliver this people to the land of Canaan. You, Moses, will lead them. Will lead them. But I cannot speak well. Pharaoh will not listen to me. Aaron will do the talking. You listen to me and tell him what to say. At first, Pharaoh will not listen to you, but I will show him greater signs until the Egyptians know that I am the only true God. So they go back to Pharaoh. Ha, what are you doing back here? The Lord says, let my people go. And he shows him this rod serpent thing. That's just a treat. Why can't I talk today? Sorry, that's just a cheap magic trick call our mystics. Here is a sign that God has spoken. Then come quickly, bring that magic trick where you turn your rods into serpents. Our God of serpents, Nezer, has sent us to tell you to make more bricks. So they make 3 serpents against Moses' wand. Moses, what do we do now? We look like fools. But watch this. Look, his serpent wants to fight ours. His serpent is eating one of ours. It swallowed another serpent completely. Don't tell me it's going to try to eat another one. Our serpent god Nezer will be angry. How could this be? I can't believe it. His serpent has eaten every one of ours. The God of my creation says, let my people go. So this is a sign showing that no fake God can challenge our one true God. Let's see. I don't know how you did that, but I am not going to pay for this show with 1,000,000 slaves. Get out of my sight. So in Exodus chapter 7, verse 14, it says, and he, God, hardened Pharaoh's heart, that he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had said. Why did God send us with a sign that Pharaoh's magicians could duplicate? I don't know, but God did say that he was going to harden the Pharaoh's heart. Did you see how angry he got when my rod ate his magician snakes? I must talk to the Lord. I don't know what to do next. God met with Moses again and instructed him. The Egyptians had ridiculed Moses. His own people rejected him because Pharaoh made their bondage crueler. But Moses believed God and obeyed even though he did not understand. Let's see. Jehovah says, because you refuse to let my people go, and so that you will know that I am the true God, all the waters of Egypt shall become blood. Go get my magicians. The God of the Nile will stop this, says Pharaoh. The river turned into blood, the fish died, and the river began to stink. But even with this great miracle by the hand of God, Pharaoh was not convinced. This is the big picture. See, my magicians can do that too. I will not be persuaded by your magic tricks. I've never in my life seen anything like it. Even the springs and little ponds have turned into blood. What did you say? What did he say was the name of his God? What difference does it make? We have thousands of gods. The god of the Nile River must be angry. That fellow Moses says that his God is the only God. One God? That's ridiculous. 7 days after the waters were turned into blood, Moses again brought God's judgment on Egypt. Let the waters bring forth frogs in abundance. The stinking blood water suddenly produced millions and millions of frogs. So now I'm pretty sure most of you guys know. So, my house is full of frogs. All of Egypt is filled with frogs. The gods are angry. Where are our priests? Can't they do something? Eee! Pharaoh, see? We magicians can make frogs too. Why are they making more frogs? Didn't Moses give us enough? Why don't you let them go into the wilderness as they asked? We can't stand much more of this. Call Moses. Tell him I want to talk. Yes, master, as you say. Ask your God to take away the frogs. If he will do so, I will let your people go and do the sacrifice. You name the time you want the frogs to die, and it will be so. Tomorrow morning, according to your own words, so shall it be. That all may know there is no God like Jehovah. So, when Pharaoh saw that the frogs died at the time he appointed, he hardened his heart and refused to let the Hebrews go. What kind of God is this Jehovah that he fills our land with frogs? Maybe it's just another natural phenomenon. Then how did Moses predict when they would die? Oh, shut up and shovel. So, I know this is kind of a weird way to end the episode, but I'm just going to stop it right here. And we are going to next week get into, I believe, the 10 plagues on Egypt. So, as you know, so there were 10 times that Pharaoh, he said, oh, if you take this away, I'll let your people go. And then when Moses took it away, when God took it away, then he's like, oh, wait, I'm not letting your people go. So each time there was something bad that came upon Egypt. So the frogs and the blood were one of them. But things are going to get a lot worse for the Egyptians because Pharaoh will refuse to let the Hebrews go. So we will get into the 10 plagues next week. And so thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. I hope you guys I hope you guys like that episode. Make sure to comment down below any specific stories you would like me to read to you, because I'd be more than happy to. So, without further ado, hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!